Hey everyone, for some of you who are trying to improve your high notes, maybe trying to clean them up, make them feel easier, or maybe even kind of develop them, today I've actually got a really awesome lesson with one of my private students. And in this lesson, we break down this idea of how falsetto can be a really, really good tool to help you clean up some of those high notes. And I'll also show you the full process of how we, use falsetto to kind of find better high notes, how we kind of learn to live in those better high notes, to all the way to applying it to a song, the full process. Now, for those of you real quick who don't know who I am, my name is Ivan. I'm a voice teacher who works with students from all around the world. And really on this channel, on this podcast, my goal is to make learning how to sing as simple and as easy as possible. So if that is up your lane, consider subscribing wherever you're joining me from. If you're interested in working with me, links are down in the description below. If you want to inspire our next episode, leave a comment down below what you want me to talk about next. Anyway, let's dive in and let's set the stage by establishing where the student was at the beginning of the lesson. Let's check in on the squeaky doors. Yeah, and here we're just getting the tilt and the connection synchronous. Again. So you'll notice here, he generally gets to some of these notes, he gets there once in a while, but it's still a bit tricky for him and he doesn't always get them. So from here, we're going to try use falsetto to clean up some of those higher notes. Check it out. Can I ask you to kind of maybe use your hands or point out? So when you kind of go do the first one softly, does the resonance kind of pop up to a certain place? Does it move to a certain place when you go to the falsetto version?
What do you mean move to a second different?
Like, is there a change in maybe where you feel the sound vibrating? Does anything like that happen? So beyond the chords coming apart, I'm trying to test out more like the feeling of stretch here.
Yeah. Let me try. It feels like it's going higher.
Yeah, good. And see, do it again. See if you can make that a bit more clear to yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So now, see if you can connect the voice a bit more, the same kind of tap as you had before, but it needs to land in the exact same spot as where that falsetto or that light connection, where that one went to.
Yeah.
So back to back. Good. Down here. Good. That's all okay, because the connection's a bit heavy, but it does get to that place. You notice how it kind of goes to that same place, whether you're in like falsetto or when you bring the chords together?
Yeah.
Does that feel different to what you feel like? Because you know how you're like, oh, I like to feel the tilt. Does that feel different to it? Is it a different kind of concept altogether? Or are they pretty much the same thing for you?
It actually makes it a little bit easier to anticipate where how high it's gonna go. And when I think about it in my brain, it feels a little bit easier to reach the height.
Good. So that one got to the perfect position.
Yeah.
Now see if you can make see how little can you squeeze on it, but still stay connected. Yeah, nice. Good. So that should be a little example of like the work that we need to do. So first you just found the match in terms of the release, the position.
Yeah.
Once you have that and you're like, oh, I want to kind of get even some more easier, you see if you can back off that connection in that position. Like, and backing off, not necessarily like kind of choking yourself off, just like see if you can get it easier. Now that he's getting to those high notes with better and cleaner technique, I decided to push him a bit further in this lesson, and I got him to kind of work on some of his sustains, because a lot of the music that he is doing requires a lot of sustaining there. Let's test this one out, because this one might open things up even more. So let's just go. So now let's see if we're going to hold and just sustain the note, because you've already got the position for the top note. When we sustain a note, basically the question we're asking is like, okay, if my technique is pretty correct, I can release, I can stretch, I can tilt, and I can connect appropriately. I'm not connecting too much or too little. I know how to kind of connect with finesse. Then next question is like, can I live there? Can I stay in this position? That's why like sustains would be probably the next logical step here. Let's see if we can sustain it a bit, and then you see what that feels like.
Okay.
So we'll do it 3 times.
Yeah. Which 3 times?
So it's basically the first exercise we did just now. So you go to falsetto to find the position, then you connect or like connect properly, and then you see if you can hold it there, and you just blow air. That's all.
Yeah, I see. Oh, 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 oh.
Yep.
Oh, 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 oh. 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 Oh, 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 oh.
Good.
Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh.
Good.
Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh.
Yep.
Oh, 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 oh. Oh,
Do that again. Do that again. If you notice that kind of fry, that's basically grab the tension, but in the form of like falsetto. So you got to fix it up there.
okay. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, oh. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh.
All right, last but not least, let's check out how do we apply some of the techniques, some of the coordinations that we've learned in the scales into a song. So you got 2 ideas, right? So you can actually just use the literal exercise that we gave you, because now you got exercise that sustains now. So you can kind of use that, say if the note is like if the exercise is a G, you can kind of just like do the exercise and work that kind of note in on the G sharp. But the other one you can do is here. Maybe when you get to the high note, I want you to go to falsetto the first time. So you'll sing it 2 times, right? But you're trying to notice in the falsetto, you're trying to notice the position. Because probably the most important thing is sometimes when you strain or kind of, it's not as effortless as it should be, it's because you're not quite getting the same position as the lighter connection, the falsetto.
我想给你个拥抱，像以前一样，可以吗？
That ke, see if you can get in falsetto first. Just notice where it is.
Yeah.
And hit it again.
我想给你个拥抱，像以前一样，可以吗？我想给你个拥抱，像以前一样，可以吗？我想给你个拥抱，像以前一样，可以吗？
Nice, cool. Now see if you can hit the same thing, just connecting the same position.
我想给你个拥抱，像以前一样，可以吗？
Connect.
我想给你个拥抱，像以前一样，可以吗？
Not quite the same. Notice how it's kind of missing. Like the
Yeah.
falsetto goes to a certain place, but when you connect heavier, it doesn't quite get there. So this should start to show you like why it's harder in certain places, right?
right.
So you can kind of just work on that again and again. That's one little exercise, because let's say for the example, this scale, let's kind of come back here. Just kind of hit it first time falsetto on an O. Nice, now connected. Yeah, so it should be there. So you notice how that matches so nicely?
Yeah.
That's the kind of feeling you want here. So now, see if you can try it here. That's right, come back here. Or falsetto first time. Now hold it. Yeah, so now like see if you can sustain there now. Yeah, that's how the note should feel more. That's the G sharp there. So that's how it should feel a bit more now. Getting into the song is tricky, right? Because there's just so many things that are going on. Yeah. But that's okay. Like the best way out of these kind of situations, right, is like you just need a good reference. Because like if you don't have a good reference of like how that note should even feel, it's always going to be like really, really tough. Now, when you kind of did in the scale like that, did that feel hard?
No, not really.
Cool. So you're kind of looking at how do I get back to the song. So now let's try to do it with the song. Same feel. Back to the scale. Sustain with cut. Nice. Try it. Closer. Again, scale. So this is kind of the work you would like have to do because you have these notes in a specific scale. It would come quicker and more consistently when we do some of our other work, which is like right now you can only we've only tested that out. But if you can kind of prove to yourself that no matter it's like no matter the sound it is, you still find that same technique, then that will give you an even better chance when you apply it to these songs. It's just right now, like, because you haven't, translated across all these scales, you're gonna have to be a bit more kind of like surgical with the application, like that.
Thank you. And also this method that you just said, how to bring it to the song, I think it's really smart. So I'm gonna try it this week. Thank you, Ivan. Have a nice evening.
Pleasure.
See you next week.
Bye-bye. Anyway, that is it for today. This is a way in how you can use a falsetto to teach and to clean up some of your higher notes that are connected. If this was useful, please, share this with a friend or a family or leave a 5-star review. This really, really helps this podcast grow and it really means the world to me. Now, if you want to improve your voice faster and with less of the headache, I'd love to invite you to work with me. Links are down in the description. There are also links to some self-study programs there as well. Apart from that, my name is Ivan. I'm your voice teacher. Take care